So our guys will go back to work, and they've been around here before. They understand outside stuff, and they understand what's important, and they'll work hard this week. I thought they handled all the outside stuff last week really well. I thought they worked really hard, and I thought they played hard tonight.
A second straight embarrassing loss for Texas, and the Longhorn faithful gathering figurative torches and pitchforks, perhaps aiming at the head coach. Counselor May bringing the case Texas will not return to prominence in the national elite under Mack Brown.
Your Honor, with a heavy heart, Mack Brown has done some great things for Texas. But lately, if you go back from the 2009 championship game that they played Alabama, this is a team that's played 12 teams that were ranked. They've only defeated 3 of those teams. Now, if you go back and look against Kansas State and Oklahoma since that point, they are 0-6. Look at the recruits they've lost in the state of Texas. Robert Griffin wins the Heisman Trophy at Baylor. Johnny Manziel wins the Heisman Trophy at Texas A&M. These are recruits in Mack Brown's backyard. With Texas and all their wherewithal and all their power and money, and they can get any recruit in the state, he's missing on recruits. This is a team that's going straight down, spiraling downward, and I don't think they'll ever play for a national championship under Mack Brown.
Counselor Holtz.
Well, Mr. May, the only exercise you get is jumping to conclusions and running down other people. Anybody that's going to be on top is going to have difficult time. He'll say that the game has passed him by is absurd. He's always been a chairman of the board, offense coordinator, defensive coordinator. He's won everywhere he's been. What needs to happen is not to get rid of Mack Brown, to sit down with Mack Brown and say, here's the situation. Do you have the energy? Do you have the drive to get this done? The only thing I question is, if you had so much success, that you say, I just don't want to do it anymore. That should be Mack Brown's decision, not his. They tried to fire Woody Hayes in 1967. I mean, adamant. Yet he won the national championship in 1968. They tried to run Joe Paterno out there for 3 years. But look how he brought the program back. I mean, you can go on and on. I'm not saying that he hasn't had difficulty, but
Quick rebuttal, Counselor May. I think we get the point.
Well, look at the bottom line. The fans are very impatient now. It's not like the old days. Fans are very impatient now with social media. What Mack Brown has...
Do the fans get to make this decision, though?
The fans and the alumni, those are people that are splitting the bill and paying the bill. But the bottom line is, when you go to a team and you beat Ole Miss at 35 points at their place, come to your own place and you lose, it's an embarrassment for the program. Not only that...
Quickly. He is a great leader, young man. I know some people on that football team. They're good, swallowed people, learning how to lead life. He does more than just win.
Until Texas gets their identity back of physical toughness at the point of attack, playing great defense, getting great quarterback play, they will not play for another national championship.
That is the deciding factor right there. I'm going to rule in Counselor May's favor because of the last thing he said. Until they get their identity back and their toughness, and they stick with an identity, because you said he was chairman of the board. The chairman of the board has changed his underling time and time again.
That's damn nonsense, like anything else. Hey, I tell you, I'm getting upset about this thing. I mean it sincerely, because you don't listen. All you're thinking about is, we have 8 more months till basketball season starts. That's the only thing that's important to you. You don't listen to a damn thing.
It's out of order.
I am sick and tired of everybody jumping on coaches, and you particularly. And I mean that sincerely. But I don't want to do that damn thing anymore.
To whom much is given, much is expected.
I mean it. I'm not doing it again. That ain't an act. Hell with it.
Okay, let's see. The last 2 weeks, you don't want to pay the players, and you don't want to blame the coaches. They're always about the coaches. We're going to blame poor old Jadeveon.
Oh, you ought to hear me about the judge when I leave here. It's nothing.
We're going to see Jadeveon Clowney on what was nearly a disastrous day for Michigan coming up on college football final.